You look so cute and sleepy and soft. I keep forgetting to finish my sentences. I really should have left you to sleep a little longer. Don't look at that poo. Don't look at me like that, Pookie. I was hoping you already fell in love with me, but I can see that I'm gonna need to try a little harder first. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Espoir-David, and today I'd like to play a game called Incursion. March 11th. Man, you are exhausted. Work has been way too much lately. You're not even sure how you've been handling it, or if you've been handling it. Your new boss hasn't been shy in letting you know that he doesn't have any more faith in you than you have. Not shy at all. Yeah, you're probably going to need to start looking for somewhere else pretty soon with the way things are going. Great. You just barely broke off your 15-month streak of being employed, and you're already somehow messing up so badly that you're probably going to ruin it. Not like you haven't been a working adult for the best part of a decade already by now. Whatever. At least it's Friday night. Yeah! No need to think about that bullcrap job and that bullcrap boss for the last bullcrap 2 days. It's gonna be okay. You smile. After all, you have some big plans for tonight. Big plans involving nothing but the half-empty fifth of cheap vodka presently cooling in your freezer, a bunch of freshly torrented, obscure foreign splatter movies, and the company of your own good self. Just how a Friday night should be. Maybe you'll even splurge on some takeout. Garlic noodles. You're not usually a big eater, but there's no hangover cure like some cold pizza. Yeah, that sounds incredible. Another day of wine and roses, or in my case, beer and pizza.
Fortune smiles. Another day of wine and roses. Or in your case, beer and pizza. Ha!
Pizza just tastes so much better straight from the fridge at 7 a.m. You can't wait. Oh no, everything's going good at the beginning of a visual novel. That means everything else is going to be bad. This bus is so packed. You don't even bother looking up when a huge body fills far more than its share of the seat beside you. A wide, hard shoulder slots into the empty space in the air above your own, filling gaps in the air anywhere he can and nestling the two of you uncomfortably close together. Long legs bunch up awkwardly in the pit below the seat, sprawling out into the aisle on accident. You'd only succeeded in getting even more squashed up against the hard plastic seating if you bothered trying to create any distance between the two of you, so you don't bother. I've just kind of resigned my fate to leaning against this stranger. Whatever. Not like he can help it. Him big. Him really big. There are things worth getting mad about in this world, and picking a fight on the bus with a guy that feels like he could crush you like a bug as soon as blinking is probably not one of them. It's not his fault. Not really. A prick of pain in your thigh makes you jolt. Ow! Fluff! Must have caught himself on your trousers somehow as he sat down. Geez, that sure managed to hurt. Sorry. A low voice apologizes for the violation, as if he read your mind. Poor guy. Probably used to getting dirty looks on account of the personal space he can't help but encroach onto. These buses were not made for a man his size. No worries, man. You sound as exhausted as you feel. Clearly he gets the message. You're not in the mood to be a chatty bus buddy today. At least the big arm that's now squished up awkwardly next to you is nice and warm. His hoodie is soft and worn, but you can feel that the muscle underneath is solid and hard. He feels masculine and firm against you, comfortably buffered by the soft fabric. Hey, by the way, bus buddy, you enjoying your night? You seem very healthy. Have you heard about my silly little YouTube channel? I'd be very I'd love for you to check it out. If you want to. You don't have to. It's not bad. You smile to yourself a little guiltily for objectifying this total stranger like this. It's not like letting yourself enjoy the occasional dose of human bodily contact is that terrible, is it? No, It's not weird at all. It's not like he'll ever find out, and fluff it, you've had a long week. You deserve to daydream about having a real-life boyfriend for a change, and not my 50 fictional ones. Sorry, fellas. You allow yourself to relax, trapped snugly between the wall of the bus and your seatmate's comforting bulk, daydreaming about the arm belonging to your favorite cute movie killers as you drift off. The gentle swaying of the bus and the droning soundtrack of the engine don't take long before they lull you into a dreamless sleep. Uh-oh. We have uh-oh. Oi, you kids deaf as well as stupid? Last stop. Don't call me a kid. Wait, what? Last stop? Aw, man. You lovebirds better be planning on getting off my bus, or else you'd better be buying return tickets. Come on, move it. Huh? What? Hee! Oh. I heard that deep sigh. Sorry, boss. We'll be going right away. The same stranger's voice from earlier attempts to placate the exasperated driver, calm and a little sheepish. Bus driver? Angry. Last stop? Funnel cakes! Your eyes spring open at once when you groggily manage to actually register what is it that you're hearing. Fake type! What time is it? Where are we? How could you have been so stupid? Last stop? Already? We're at Fareham, love. Love?
You're a tall drink of water, and I just love moisture.
And it's hold on a second. So it's 9:39 at night? Ugh. That no good for you? Oh. Fun dip. Fareham. Not Fareham. The last stop on the entire bus route and just a 2-hour journey from your actual destination. That Fareham. Ugh. Seriously. You've got to be fluffing with me. You groan aloud at your own stupidity. You can't believe it. And to make it all worse, you're so warm and comfortable that you can barely resist drifting off again. Warm, soft, and... Wait, what? Yeah. You've been so shocked by the driver's devastating revelation that you hadn't even had the time to register the fact that you're presently curled up against a broad, warm chest. Oh, am I like, snuggle. Stop laughing cutely. I'm trying to read. That some heavy arm from earlier, now draped possessively around your shoulders, and largely responsible for the intense sensation of warmth and comfort that you're feeling. Listen, me. Quit it. I'm running out of F words to substitute. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. I mean, oh, crap. Sleeping. You babble incoherently, wiggling around and flailing in your extreme embarrassment, too shell-shocked to even be capable of a proper apology. The stranger doesn't lift his arm. Sleeping on him? Not only sleeping, but full-blown cuddling the guy? Oh, geez, come on, me. Well, let me start writing my own obituary as I die from embarrassment. You're about 5 minutes away from being curled up on his lap. Darn stupid kids. I don't get paid enough to deal with this crap. You feel the engine of the bus stutter to life, the driver obviously having had more than enough of your bullcrap to know what's good for his schedule. Whoa! I am so sorry. I swear, I didn't know. I don't know. The guy looks like he's barely able to hold back his laughter. It's an affectionate kind of amusement, though. You think? You're floundering, understandably so. Well, now I gotta introduce myself to him. Like, hello, my name is Espoir. It means hope in French. How are you supposed to apologize for this? The two of you are the only ones left on the bus, discounting the now irate driver. How long were you even out? It must have been hours. It's alright. You smell so nice, though. Sorry. Oh my god, seriously, I am so sorry. Your cheeks burn. He doesn't seem angry, at least. The man's voice is low and calm, soft, with the barest hint of a West Country lilt. A West Country lilt. Does that mean he's got a bit of an accent? Because that's what I'm going to do, that's what I'm going to give him. It's comforting. Suits him. You grit your teeth and go to look up at him, figuring that you'd at least give the person you've apparently been using as a body pillow for hours a proper apology. You're not even given a shot at the respectful eye contact you were hoping to achieve, though. The man's dark green hoodie is drawn up far over his eyes, shading most of his face from the stripped lighting of the barely lit night bus. You can barely make out what looks like strands of wavy black hair under the jacket's hood, and the edge of a chiseled jaw catching the light on its stubble. Stop! That's where the trouble started. That darn smile. How much you want to bet this guy's going to be absolutely insufferable halfway through this visual novel? One of his canine teeth is cropped with a gold crown that glitters dangerously, but the rest of his smile is sharp and healthy. What you can make out of his skin has a cool olive tan color, the firm musculature of his neck, as apparent as you could have expected from the sheer width of his huge body. A single gold chain hangs close to his Adam's apple, sparkling in the dim light. Cool. Oh, that's cool. It's a chain. It's a lock on a chain. I don't know why, but I think that's a cool kind of necklace. The most noticeable parts of his outfit are the shiny leather gloves encasing each of his large hands, strangely formal in comparison to the rest of his casual outfit. Perhaps a slightly odd choice of attire for indoors, but not unusual at this time of year. He notices your change in posture, but doesn't adjust the hood of his jacket. Is he shy? Or something worse? Is he thinking about wedding vows? A slow smile spreads across the part of his handsome face that you can make out. Oh.
It's Eddie, by the way.
Eddie.
You kept calling me Michael, so...
Michael. This can't be happening. You've never been more ashamed in your adult life.
I guess Michael is probably your boyfriend, huh? Probably coming to pick you up then.
No. He's a fictional character. He's a yandere. He's adorable. I don't have a boyfriend. You're not sure why you're suddenly so eager to tell a stranger this. I must have been dreaming about some character from a movie or something. Some character. He's so cute. Or something. He's so cute! Cuddling a complete stranger while you fantasize about him being your fictional crush, Michael... Wait, why was I dreaming about Michael Myers? That's cute when they censor it. This is a new low, even for you. Your face is lit up white-hot with shame and pure humiliation. Somehow you managed to hold it together enough not to start crying.
Oh. Good.
His expression is unreadable in the little you can see of his face. Good?
Because he'd probably be worried about you. I mean, it's good you weren't planning on meeting him, your boyfriend.
I guess so. Yeah. His expression shifts to a face that you now identify as one of slight panic. Aw.
Not like in a creepy way. I mean, not that I'm saying that nobody would notice if anything happened to you,
No, I get it.
Man, I'm so bad at this.
Aw. Guess I had better go buy a return fare. I live in Oakburn, so... Seems like the driver got fed up of waiting for the two of you and set off anyway, but you'll probably get an earful on the way off if you don't at least attempt to pay your way.
Right. Oakburn. Me too.
You too? He nods emphatically, not seeming to notice how strange a thing he just said. In Oakburn? Then why were you on the bus all the way with me? Realization seems to dawn on him, because he quickly clarifies the obvious.
Yeah. But, how should I put this? Well, you look so peaceful lying there, and,
His huge, heavy arm hasn't moved once from its position, draped around your relatively smaller shoulders. Aw. This man willingly rode a bus for 2 extra hours because he didn't want to wake you up? That's a little creepy. Creepy. Yeah, that's creepy. That's... Oh, Listen, you gotta be reasonable here. That is not something a normal person would even consider doing. Ever. Man, just think, if you'd only been a rude a-hole and woken me up carelessly, we'd both probably already be home now.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. This is all my fault, isn't it?
No, oh. You'd only meant to make a stupid joke, but the poor guy is floundering. Throwing him a bone is the least you can do. I'm glad you let me sleep. I'm grateful. Honest, I probably need it. I probably haven't slept in 200 years. I really needed it.
Really?
You can practically see his ears prick up and his tail start to wag. Now that you think about it, he is pretty cute. I know, right? Hey, since you're headed in the same direction, when we get back, how about you let me get you a drink to say thank you for being such a good, pillow? His face lights up. What you can see of it, anyway. You hadn't really meant to be so forward, but the kicked puppy look he gave you just back then landed as a one-hit knockout. I'm a spa, by the way.
Oh, really? I'd love to, Espoir. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. The driver gives you both a funny look as you pay for 2 return tickets back towards the city.
All right, 2 for the city. But you best not be trying anything funny on my bus, you hear? I know how you kids get on these dark country roads with no one around, groping and whatnot. Weren't you young once, bus driver? Were you not a wild and crazy teenager at some point?
You flush, turning your eyes in Eddie's direction and hoping that he didn't hear the old man's sleazy joke. He winks at you, waving down the bus when he catches your eye. He definitely heard. Of course not, you stammer, and the driver guffaws. The engine sputters with life as you make your way back to where Eddie is sat near the back, shaking the metal floor under your feet and jostling you.
Thanks for that.
Don't mention it. You had insisted on paying both return fares, largely on account of your sleepiness being the reason for their purchase. You were surprised when Eddie didn't argue and happily let you pay for him, but not in a bad way. The hard plastic of the bus seat feels cold on your skin when you finally get to seating yourself back down next to him. You're startled by the sensation of a now familiar arm wrapping itself tightly around your shoulders, giving you a slight squeeze as you settle in. Hey! The contact surprises you.
What? Too good for me now? Don't want to cuddle with me no more? You're gonna make me cry, Espoir?
You roll your eyes, feeling a wide grin take shape on your face. Stop! And you blush, despite yourself. Oh no, I'm starting to like him. It does feel nice. He feels nice. Maybe offering him that drink earlier was a better idea than you realized.
But, I can move, if you want.
He trails off, gesturing with his neck in the opposite direction. You know what? I kind of want to be mean at first. Yeah, thanks. I could use some space. I'm sorry, Pookums. Yeah, that probably would be best. The closeness of his hard body is taking your thoughts in a direction they probably shouldn't be going in. Not here and now, anyway. I'm sorry, I can't help be... I ride the bus a lot. I can't help be reasonable. Probably a good idea to roll this back a bit before you end up doing something you regret. You adjust yourself in your seat while Eddie's large arm slings itself down behind the back of the chair, giving you just a little breathing space. Not too much, though. Thanks.
No worries.
You shuffle away as far as the sticky plastic allows in an attempt to carve out some breathing room. He's obviously disappointed, but you're grateful that he's trying to play it off. Maybe it would be a good idea to consider a change of subject. Hey, I was wondering, it seems like as obvious a question to start with as any, so can I see your face? Not an unreasonable request considering the closeness the two of you were sharing until a couple of minutes ago.
My face? Sorry.
He trails off, obviously finding his excusatory facilities not sufficient to provide an explanation. No, it's okay. Seriously, it's not a big deal. You give him what you hope is a reassuring smile. I was just Curious, I guess.
Curious.
Yeah. Curious if the parts I can't see are as cute as the parts I can. Very smooth. Very smooth me. You poke out your tongue, hoping to show him that it really is okay. The anxious frown on his face melts into some warm smile of earlier. Weird guy. Weird, but you're not the type to judge. He probably has his reasons. Yeah. It feels like you pull into Oakburn just a few minutes later. Whoops, looks like this is my stop.
Oh.
Man, time really flies. Can't believe it's been 2 hours already.
Yeah.
Seems like it's raining just as heavily as ever. Good old Oakburn. Eddie exits the bus after you. He's even taller than you expected now that he's standing at his full height. Well, this is us. I do believe that I might owe you a drink, if memory serves correctly.
Yeah. Sorry, I actually don't think I can do that tonight. It's not that I don't want to. I just, have something I have to do after this is all.
Now, Edward, you know you're already 4 hours late to whatever you needed to do. Something that can't wait until after you've come and sunk a few with me? I'm not sure if I reminded you, but I'm buying. You bat your eyelashes, hoping to peer pressure him into changing his mind. You're just generous like that.
No, I really want to, but
His voice trails into nothing, and he frowns helplessly.
Oh, driving.
Oh,
I have to drive somewhere tonight. For my side job.
your night job is driving? Are you a taxi driver? You giggle, taken aback by the idea of this cute 30-something looking guy having such a stereotypically old man-like profession.
Sort of. Yes, but not exactly. But I'll get my butt chewed out if I show up smelling like booze. Sorry, Espoir.
As weird as the excuse sounds, he looks like he really does mean it. Hey, it's no big deal. Besides, I know a real cute cafe right around here. I'm sure you can manage an espresso or two at the very least.
Oh, really? I'd love to. You're so thoughtful, Espoir. You're amazing.
Huh? Don't mention it. It'd be my pleasure. You better stop being cute right now. This is my secret hiding place, you know? You're a real lucky guy.
It is? I sure must be. In exchange, it's only fair if this is my treat.
Oh, is that how this works? Well, you're not exactly about to argue. I already said I'm going to pay for you, Buster. In that case, filter, please. Not safe for work-ish. I'll save that for later, but, let's see. Caramel latte. I'll take a caramel latte, please, with soy milk.
Sure thing. Oh, you're lactose intolerant too?
Yes. Yep, I am. I'm going to drink it anyway, though.
High five.
Heck yeah, soy buddies, right? I don't think I've really tried soy milk.
Hey, that's not very nice. I'll bring them over when they're ready. You should go sit down.
Sure, thanks. What a gentleman. Cute. You take a seat at the table, looking out at the street. The rain against the window sounds like it's pouring hard enough to break glass. You're not looking forward to going out in that later. Unfortunately, you're so distracted by the rain that you fail to notice Eddie hastily retrieve both cups from the barista and hawk a wad of frothy saliva straight into yours. I'm going to murder him. I'm going to kill him. He will no longer be alive because his life will have been taken by me. How dare? How dare? For some disgusting and unexplainable reason. If you've watched my videos, you know I think that's absolutely gross. Spit sharing is... I'm feeling sick just thinking about it. What you don't know probably can't hurt you, right? Listen here, you gosh darn cutie pie. I will punch you square in the stomach. Yeah, that logo's so cute. He returns a few moments later, holding out a takeaway cup in your direction. Thanks.
Don't mention it. Just drink it quickly, okay?
He's breathing in my ear. Hold on, you're gonna hear the full force of this. I didn't order my caramel latte with a side of male whimpering. Whoa, this is good. Like, really good. I know I picked a good spot.
Really? Oh my god, no way. This is really happening. Holy crap. Espoir inside you. It's basically like you're drinking my
Death. 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 Did you say something?
Don't worry about it. Good, huh?
For some reason, his face is twisted up into a huge dopey grin as he asks. He's that glad you're enjoying the drink. Well, that's sweet. Yeah, it's great. Here, try some. You thrust the paper cup in his direction happily.
No thanks. I mean, no thanks. I'm on a diet, you know?
A diet? And that's why you ordered an extra large strawberry cookie frappuccino with extra whipped cream? Sir, you can't be having that. Extra whipped cream, we're lactose intolerant. That'll kill you, if I don't.
Yeah. I'm bulking.
You do not need to go on more of a huge quest, sir.
Gotta eat big to get big.
Aren't you supposed to know with protein? Right. Suit yourself then. More for me. Somehow it's the best caramel latte you've ever tasted. Must have been made with a lot of love. Really, a lot of love. Well, a deal's a deal. You sure you still want to walk with me? 'Cause I seriously don't mind if you'd rather head home and get yourself ready for work.
I want to. I'm walking with you.
If you really insist. Can't have any tall, crazy men scooping me up in the middle of the night or something. You can't deny that you're glad of his company. Someone massive and thoroughly unmuggable is always a welcome companion on a dark night, but more than that, you just want to know more about this mysterious guy. Hey,
Yeah? What is it?
if he's going to insist, you may as well slake your curiosity on the way. Tell me about yourself.
About me? What is it you'd like to know?
For some reason, your question seems to have caught him off guard. I don't know, what do you do for a living? What kind of stuff do you do for fun? That sort of thing. You never had expected such a normal question to catch someone out like this.
My job is, well... Hey, why don't you tell me something about you first?
No way, bud. You snoozed and you lost. Get with it.
I guess that's fair. I have a couple different jobs.
Sounds rough.
It can be. But I guess my main one is, I do removals, I guess. And odd jobs.
What, like a man and van type thing? That seems normal enough.
Yeah, pretty much. And for my hobbies, I like to work out. MMA, running, gym, that sort of thing.
That was already pretty apparent. Him big.
Or, just walk around.
Just walk around?
Yeah. Outside, I mean. I like to walk around. Is that weird?
I don't think so. It's not like it's any worse for you than laying around and watching TV or something. You're probably fine. Honestly, it's a little weird. I mean, it's a cool neighborhood. You walk around, see what's going on. Seeing who you could possibly kidnap off the street. Not in a bad way, just... He seems sensitive about it, though. Really, what's the harm in telling a little white lie every now and then? Where were you going on the bus? So, where were you headed on that bus? You got on at the same spot as me, right? Were you headed back from somewhere? I figured you'd come from work, but...
Oh, did I? I hadn't even noticed.
Weird thing to lie about. Is he shy all of a sudden?
I was just coming back from the city. Meeting a friend.
Oh, you were meeting someone in town? That makes sense. Hope they weren't a cute friend, or I might get jealous.
Yes, boy, you have no idea. You have nothing at all to be jealous about, Espoir.
You were only kidding around, but he sounded deadly serious. Can I have your phone number? What if I don't ask for his phone number? I'm trying not to be impressive to him. Oh. Well, I heard everything I need to hear. Looks like we're just about home, anyway. Oh, looks like this is me. Great, now he knows where I live. The two of you are still a couple of blocks from your place, but you figure that it's always better to be safe than sorry.
You live here?
Yeah, pretty much. I have lots and lots of guns and knives and boyfriends. Just hundreds of them, in my house, at all times, awake at all hours of the night and day. Thanks for walking me home. I had fun hanging out with you tonight. Really, I had fun. Hey, maybe if we're lucky, fate'll bring us a second date soon.
Second date?
You didn't really mean to make the poor guy short-circuit, but you can't help yourself.
Oh.
He gives you a shy smile.
I hope so.
You raise a hand to wave, hoping that he won't insist on walking you to your door. Thankfully, he seems to understand, nodding softly before he turns on his heel in the direction the two of you came from. Once you're sure he's gone, you set about making the last short leg of your journey home. Home sweet home and no shenanigans. It isn't long before you're kicking off your work shoes in the entranceway and breathing an exhausted sigh as the door clicks locked behind you. Make sure that door is extra locked, okay? Today has been one heck of a day. Somehow you find your thoughts filled up by the sweet stranger from the bus. He was definitely a weird guy, but despite it all, there was a magnetic quality to him that you just couldn't ignore. Probably the reason for your uncharacteristically bold actions today in the first place, honestly. Yeah, something about him just draws you in. His impossibly broad frame, the devilish glint in his smile, the awkward flush that adorns his pretty face any time the two of you so much as make eye contact. You're not sure what it is. You like everything about him so far. Daydreams of his handsome face fill your mind comfortably. You sleep better tonight than you have in a long, long time. It's nice to have someone to daydream about. Someone real and physical. The rest of the weekend passes in the typical manner, flying by as usual in a blur of beer, pizza, and time wasting. Hey, time having fun is not time wasted. Just how you like it. By the time work rolls around on Monday, you've all but forgotten about your little adventure. Ah! You kind of expected it would pan out like this, so you aren't too disappointed. It's true that he was cute, but real life isn't a dating sim. It's not like we're in some kind of visual novel or something. It's not like you thought you were really going to meet the guy of your dreams in some syrupy rom-com meet-cute or anything. Would have been nice, though. Forgetting about him on a surface level was easy enough, thanks to your boss somehow cracking the whip even harder this week than last. If this keeps up, you're not sure how long you'll be able to take it. You've been all over the place with the stress, waking up in the night because you imagined a noise outside your window. Imagined! Waking up in the morning to notice that you fell asleep with the door still ajar, misplacing stuff around the house you could have sworn you left in place. It seems to get worse and worse with each day that passes, too. October 11th? A week has already passed by the time you see him again. It's not the date you expected, though. Not by a long shot. Aww. Did we actually go on another date? Oh, wait. By date, do you mean time and not date? I better not groggily open my eyes to see something in front of me. Eh? A shock of cold air from the wide-open window smacks you awake. Ah, cold! Huh? You glance over at the cheap plastic clock on your nightstand. It's 4 o'clock in the morning? I'm gonna beat. 4:04, sleep not found. You groan. For fluff's sake, not again. You could have sworn that you left more windows hanging open in the last week than you have in the rest of the multiple decades you've spent here on this earth. Crap. It's freezing in here. This new habit of yours isn't going to be good news for your heating bill. Ugh. You're still half dreaming as you lurch in the direction of the window, hoping to deal with the unpleasant draft as quickly as possible so that you can go back to sleep. Which is why you're surprised when it deals with itself. Oh? Huh?
Hi.
Wait. Wait. A low voice jolts you from the dreamy haze. Are those my nails? My nails are nowhere near that nice. Also, what are you doing in my house? Flufferdoodles! This can't be happening. Flufferdoodles, fully cooly, Friday night funkin'. Ah, man in my house.
Don't be scared. It's just me. I came for you, Espoir. Like you wanted me to.
What? Who are you? Get the fluff out of my house. I'm calling the police after I beat you up, and then I'm going to call the police. Your head whips around, hand reaching for a phone on your nightstand that you soon realize, obviously, isn't there anymore. You turn back around, despairing as you discover the reason why. The figure drops a squarish object to the floor before slamming his heel down on it and crushing it to smithereens. Listen, you yanderes need to stop crushing my phone, okay? I got my pictures of Daisy in there.
Sorry. I don't think I can let you do that. I'll buy you a new one later, okay?
Rage! Who are you? Get out of my house! Your fingers scramble in the dresser drawer for the knife you always keep there.
Are you looking for this?
Great.
Sorry, I kinda had to take that as well, you know?
Thick, leather-clad fingers wrap around the flimsy metal blade, bending it past its breaking point until it snaps into 2 useless pieces. My Barbie knife. What do you want? Look, please, just take whatever you came for and leave me alone, please. I won't call the cops, I promise.
Don't worry, Espoir. I plan to. Oh, seeing you like this is getting me so excited. We're gonna have so much fun tonight, Espoir. Jeez, I can't wait to get started.
It only just now occurs to you how strange it is for this burglar to be calling you by name. It can't be. Can it? Michael? I mean, Eddie? Your question is cut off abruptly by the silhouette's low apology.
I'm sorry about this, Espoir.
Sorry? Sorry about what? Ouch! How dare! You have no idea how long has passed when you came to your senses. The first thing you notice is the cold weight of what feels like a thick metal restraint clamped ruthlessly around your neck and attached to the bed frame by way of a heavy chain. You were just walking around with this? You attempt to sit upright, is stopped by the metal collar. Hey, what the heck? Hello? Well, at least the crazy man kept me in my own house, for once.
Oh, you're up. Espoir, good morning.
The bulky silhouette from earlier stops rifling through your closet, turning on his heels to face you, and bending to give you a better view of him. Who comes?
Morning sunshine.
Eddie? Scream. Blush. No, I'm trying to be mean. I'm trying to be off-putting. Yeah!
Ugh!
What What the heck are you doing here? And what do you scream for? Jeez, that really startled me.
I don't know. I just kind of got a fright.
Ugh, whatever. Who are you? And what the fluff are you doing in my house? Wait a second. You'd know that awkward jerk anywhere. What the heck? You! I knew I recognized that voice. What the heck, man? Let me go. Take this thing off me. Man, what the heck are you doing here?
Hey, calm down. I can explain, okay?
You better start splaining. I doubt that very much. Okay, I'll bite. What the fluff is going on?
Well, to be honest, Espoir, I'm gonna give it to you straight. I want, well, to be your boyfriend.
You want what?
I want to... Never mind, forget it. I'm here for that second date you wanted to go on.
How is this a date? Breaking into someone's house is not a date.
Well, not usually, but I couldn't wait, Espoir. I mean, Christ, following you around and keeping my distance like this was just getting too much for me. If I'd have waited any longer, I was going to explode.
What the fluff are you even talking about? Just untie me, okay? We can talk about it, okay? You can explain. Hearing any explanation this obviously deranged man has to offer is the last thing you want, but you can't think of a more realistic option.
I can't, Espoir. Because you'll run away, won't you?
I won't run away. This is my house. Liar.
I know that isn't true. I mean, how could you not be scared of me right now? You're so small and weak, and now you're laying there so helpless. Sorry, I didn't mean to make it weird. God, you don't know what you do to me, Espoir.
This is definitely no ordinary break-in. Look, Eddie, Pookie, Edwards. Can I call you Edwards? Why don't we start over, okay? You don't have to untie me just yet. Why don't we just both calm down, yeah? Talk to me. Please.
Okay. Okay, I can do that.
Good.
Well, I guess I should probably, explain a little.
That would be a good start.
To start with, I know that for you it's only been a week since we met, but in reality well, it's not quite right.
Oh, wait, no, I think I read the date wrong. It's the day, and then the month. Okay, I get it. So it's been a week. Alright, I thought this guy was trailing me for 8 months.
Well, it's not quite right.
It isn't?
No. We met a long time ago, Espoir. Last year, actually.
We did?
Yeah. I mean, I know that you probably think I'm some criminal now or something, but I swear I'm not. Well, not all the time. I do a real job on the side, too, you know. Anyway, it was at work.
At work? Your work?
Yeah. Our work.
Our work?
Yeah. I work downstairs.
Downstairs? Wait, downstairs from me? Your eyes grow wide, realizing what he means. No way! There's no way in heck you wouldn't remember a guy like this. I'm sure I'd remember seeing you around the office.
No, I mean, I work in the warehouse. Our hours aren't usually the same as the office staff. Not usually, anyway. But, there was one time. Was some stupid office party or something. I don't remember who was leaving, but a bunch of us came up to drink with you guys. Was it Christmas or something? Man, I don't know. But, yeah, we only talked once.
Try as you might, you're drawing a complete blank. It would be hilarious if I'm not even the person that he's thinking about. He must be mistaking you for someone else, right? I'm sorry, that isn't ringing any bells. You're sure you've got the right person?
Of course I'm sure.
Be hilarious if he wasn't.
Espoir,
He looks offended by the idea that he could have made a mistake. Okay, I get it. So we met at an office party.
Yes. You were mad drunk. Anyway, some guy you work with wouldn't leave you alone. What was his name again? Cooper or something, right?
Oh, that guy. Ugh, I hated that dude. Come to think of it, he had transferred pretty sharpish after the holidays last year. Sharpish.
Yes. No.
What happened to him anyway? Oh, he transferred sharply, as in he either got threatened or beaten up to leave? Yeah, what did happen to him? You're better off not knowing.
He wouldn't leave you alone, so you yelled something at him like, "Gross, I already have a boyfriend, so just get lost already." And then you grabbed me and you kissed me.
Oh, okay, alright, yeah, you want yanderes? Because this is how you get a yandere.
And you put your hand on me, on my, you know, my,
Yes, I know.
So you mean I put my hand on your pretty face?
Did you? Seriously? You've got to cut down on the free booze at office parties.
Anyway, you grabbed me, and you turned around and looked him dead in the eyes, and he said that you would, that you'd think of him later when you, you know. It was the hottest thing I'd ever seen in my life, Espoir.
Okay, I understand. I understand. Calm down, Eddie, calm down.
Crap, I'm getting worked up just thinking about it. Nobody ever touched me like that before. On my, you know.
Yes, I get it.
Fingers!
He got mad and left, and you apologized to me and then ran off somewhere. It was really special, Espoir. That was the second most romantic night of my life. After this one. I wanted to get to know you more after that, but I couldn't find you anywhere. So I asked around, found out that you work on floor 8 and where I could find you. And then, I guess I started, finding you.
I see.
I didn't mean to start following you around or anything. I just like you so much, Espoir. You're so sweet and special, and I know that I must be special to you too, right? Because you don't touch other guys like that, and you don't kiss them, or you call them your boyfriends, so... But it's not just because of how we met, you know? It's everything about you. The way you smell, your body, and... God, Espoir, just looking at you and those cute little pajamas is already getting me. Never mind.
This guy is gonna explode. He's gonna burst. It's true that he's a good-looking guy, but what the heck do you even say to a confession like this? Seriously.
You don't have to say anything, Espoir. I know that's hard. That's why I decided I'm gonna make it easier for you.
What's that?
Oh, this?
Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god! What is that?
It's nothing dangerous. Just something to help you be honest with me. Really, really honest. Hold still, okay? What?
Wait, no, stop now!
I said, hold still. This is gonna hurt if you don't.
You do as you're told, allowing him to slide the needle into the smooth curve of your thigh.
Sorry. Did it sting? It'll be all better in a sec.
The needle withdraws a few moments later, contents deposited safely into your flesh. Did you put a truth serum in me? Do those actually work? What did you give me? You groan in pain and apprehension. You're not exactly scared of needles, but you're far from the first in line to sign up for your annual flu vaccine. Oh yeah, I need to do that.
I told you, it's not dangerous. I don't remember what it's called, scopola something. Sorry, I'm not good with chemical names, but people usually just call it truth serum. To help you with being honest.
What?
I know you'd never want to lie to me, Espoir, but this kind of situation must be pretty scary. I understand if you're freaked out. This stuff is supposed to help you relax a bit. And, there's one more effect. I think you know what I'm getting at, right? You picking up what I'm putting down? You getting what I'm talking about?
No, Eddie, I don't know. Your face flushes with embarrassment as you understand. I don't understand. What? What's happening? No way. That kind of thing only exists in fiction, right? Only in yandere visual novels, right? There's no way he could have... He didn't. You're starting to feel hot inside. Oh, okay. Well, we'll save that for later. You're starting to feel warm and woozy. Dear developers, thank you so much for labeling when a path will lead to not safe for work stuff. I greatly appreciate it.
Espoir, let's be real, yeah? I think you and I both know that I didn't go through all the trouble of coming here just for a high five. Herc! You look like you're starting to feel it already. I guess that means we can get started, right?
Wait, stop! His lips press chastely against your closed mouth at first, lingering against you, soft and slow for what seems like forever, until he eventually pulls back. Sir, there's easier ways to dissuade my... You don't need to do all this.
Oh, I missed you, Espoir.
Soft, closed-mouth kisses assault your closed lips, everyone gently wearing away your resistance until you're eagerly opening your mouth to caress his chapped lower lip with your tongue. He's just impossible to resist. The wet softness of his mouth contrasts so starkly with the hardness of his... everywhere else. It's incredibly addictive. You're completely powerless to resist him. Don't think that I'm not mad at you.
Yeah, you seem furious.
Shut the fluff up! I am furious. I'm so mad. I'm gonna get you. What is his problem?
I mean, he already said it. He's never been touched before. Hey, don't be shy. It's just the drugs, right? No way you'd ever enjoy this, right?
The teasing lilt in his voice is broadening on obnoxious. You said it. You moan into his open mouth when his tongue slips between your lips again, cutting off your half-hearted protests. Ah! It feels good. So good. You better take that cigarette out of my room, sir.
Man, I'm so happy, Espoir.
His voice is low and dreamy, his words more incidental than particularly meant for you to hear.
Holding you like this. Oh.
You startle as a huge palm plants itself squarely in the small of your back, drawing you impossibly close to your captor.
Kiss me again.
You're much too far gone to do anything but gladly oblige. Every press of your lips against his own makes him shiver with pleasure, even though he's trying and failing to hide it. His whole huge body feels impossibly close, pressed up against you, and enveloping you in his warmth and strength. His big, strong hand feels good on you, feeling over your hair, your shoulders, your neck, drawing you closer than you thought possible. Closer. 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 Closer, 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 closer. Okay, dude, I am going to assimilate into your flesh if you pull me any closer. His grip is shaky with pleasure, even in its firmness, hesitant and nervous, almost as though he can't quite believe that he's touching something real, that this is really happening. Oh, that you're really here, in his arms at last. That's nice. You moan out indulgently, feeling his whole body jolt against you as the sound leaves your lips. The warm wetness of his open mouth against your own is impossible to resist. His tongue is intoxicatingly soft and slippery, almost unbelievably gentle as it slicks over your moistened lower lips. Still a little nervous, despite everything that came before, you open your mouth eagerly in invitation, wanting to feel his clumsy kisses deeper inside. More. He seems overwhelmingly keen to oblige, the last traces of hesitancy fading away and giving way to pure need.
Eddie, listen, even though this is not the full not safe for work route, am I still gonna need to put this on my adult Patreon, sir?
His cheek is rough and scratchy against yours, but it only serves to draw attention to the softness of his parted lips. The taste of nicotine on his tongue is as sharp as ever, but you don't dislike it at all, as his acrid saliva floods your mouth. It tastes like him, the taste you've gotten used to in the short time you've spent together, a taste that's surprisingly easy to find yourself craving. His tongue slides itself into your mouth again and again, exploring the soft textures of the inside of your mouth, searing into you, closer than close. It feels incredible, but it's still nowhere near enough. Both of your hands reach up to the back of his neck, pulling him in by the hard mass of his well-developed trapezoids, through the soft cotton of his jacket. The feel of the solid muscle under your hands sends a shiver right through your body. He's so strong, so powerful that you can't help but be filled with a sense of safety and warmth just by being this close to him. Yes, safety and warmth, as I'm chained to my own bed, as long as you can stay on his good side. You push the thought out of your mind. It doesn't matter. Nothing else matters. Nothing else but the feeling of his warm, wet mouth against yours. You could just stay like this for 1,000,000 years and not get tired of it.
This makes me so happy, Espoir.
You turn your eyes up to him, his pretty features clouded by a deep flush that betrays the need he's feeling right now.
Holding you in my arms, feeling how soft and obedient you are for me.
No. Your protest is quiet and insincere. It's not me. That's not right. When he puts it like that, it's not me.
It isn't.
His voice is syrupy with fake concern, but the mocking tone is full of affection.
It sure looked like you were having fun kissing me all by yourself a couple of minutes ago, love.
You know what I mean. What about the drug and the... He lets you trail off defeatedly, waiting for you to finish, before bursting into uproarious laughter.
Fluff, baby, you're so funny. Wait, you honestly thought that a truth serum love potion was a real thing? You sure must read a lot of manga, love.
I do, but that's not the point.
The crap I injected you with was just a vitamin B solution. This was all you, Angel.
What? No,
What? You felt good? You got all hot and weak and needy in my arms? I know you did. It was great, Espoir. But I can promise you that all I gave you was a vitamin injection. I just needed you to give yourself permission to enjoy yourself and cut loose a little is all. Besides, even if it was real, you really think a guy like me could make truth serum? I'm a fluffin' warehouse assistant, not a chemist. Christ. Come on, Espoir. God, you want me to prove it to you? I'm pretty sure I've still got the script for it in my jacket somewhere.
It's not possible. There's no way. Your voice is softer than before, whispery with shame.
Isn't it so much better like this, though? You like this for me because you really love me, not because of some stupid drug that makes me feel like the luckiest guy in the world.
It can't be. Those feelings, that was just him? All that time. Your face burns with shame, but you don't try to move away. It's disgusting. The things he's saying make you embarrassed and disgusted by your own body for the first time. He must notice the tears prickling in your eyes, because he takes it upon himself to comfort you all the more.
Oh, sweetheart, don't you love me too? I think what we have is really, really special. Don't you think so?
No, you definitely don't. For starters, you basically just met the guy. Not to mention your present circumstances, being chained to your own bed. You definitely don't love him. Okay, maybe attracted, maybe curious to get to know him, but not love. But still, there's something there, underneath it all, a little spark of something warm, and you hate it. Hate that he's right about everything. Hate that you somehow can't help but feel a growing warmth deep in your chest in response to the softness of his mouth against yours. Hate how soft and sweet your voice sounds in the weak little moans leaking from your lips. Hate that you actually liked having the drugs to blame it on. It would be better if you could just be disgusted by him, but he's too tall and big and hot and cute.
Don't worry, love. You don't need to be afraid. Just relax and enjoy it.
Indignant tears flow hot and salty down your cheeks. It's disgusting. It's also disgusting. A little hot, but still mostly disgusting. Disgusting and just plain unfair. A raw sob rips from your throat, filling the air with the frustration you're feeling.
Oh, don't cry, baby.
His voice is thick and rich with mocking concern, as though he isn't aware that he's entirely responsible for the fact that you're crying in the first place.
I don't want to make you sad, baby. I want to make you happy. See?
A singular gloved finger swipes tenderly over your cheek, smearing your tears around uselessly. It's a totally useless gesture. And still, somehow it makes you smile, despite yourself. Eddie notices instantly, responding in kind with a wavering grin.
Hey, it's all right. Espoir, I know that this can't be easy. Doing what's best is really hard sometimes. But I want you to try to trust me, okay? It's gonna be okay, I promise. It'll be like ripping off a bandage,
When he whispers it low and sweet like that, you're almost tempted to believe him.
Hey, look at me.
I don't wanna. For some reason, you do.
Hi.
You still haven't shown me your face, you butt. You're planning our wedding, and I don't even know what the upper half of your face looks like.
Hey, Espoir. You look like you could use some shut-eye, It's still nighttime,
All of a sudden, you seem to realize how right he is. An intense wave of fatigue seems to wash over you, starting in the tips of your toes and filling you up like flowing cement. You suddenly find yourself feeling far more heavy and weighed down than you had just a moment ago.
That sound good?
Yeah, whatever. At this point, you're kind of just past having the energy to question things at all. Nothing makes sense anymore. At least, if you're asleep, you won't have to think about any of this. No, I'll just dream about it. You slump down into the duvet, wordlessly, allowing your heavy eyelids to flutter closed. Eddie positions himself awkwardly at the end of the bed, obviously not knowing quite what to do with himself. He's like a stray cat.
Nighty-night, Espoir.
Good night, Eddie. You have no idea how many hours have passed when your consciousness resurfaces. The space on the nightstand where your alarm clock usually sits seems to have been cleared bare. For God knows what sort of messed up reason. Eddie! The heavy weight of the metal collar around your neck serves as a harsh reminder of the situation you're in, but your captor is nowhere to be seen. You're torn. Your first instinct is to feel relief. Your relationship with Eddie has been complicated so far, to put it lightly. It's nice to have a moment to yourself, a tiny amount of respite. The moment passes, as does the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth. He's nowhere to be heard. You strain your ears trying to make out any trace of footfalls. A TV? A coffee machine? Anything at all? Hey, at the very least, he let me stay in my own house. That's much appreciated. There's nothing. You're completely and utterly alone. You exhale, letting out a long sigh of exhaustion. Every part of your body hurts. The heavy weight of the collar still wrapped around your neck has given you an unpleasantly stiff back, and your stomach hurts too. For other reasons. You frown, settling into your stiffness. Eddie's apparent absence gives you no chance of any distraction from the low thrum of pain. Eddie? Edward? Still nothing. Did he really leave? Is he gone? There's no way. Surely. You don't dare to hope that it's over. Not yet. He left you like this for a reason, didn't he? He's planning on coming back, isn't he? Isn't he? Surely he's coming back. He has to be. A faint rustling at the front door makes you snap bolt upright, but you slump back down when you realize that it was just the mailman. Why did that disappoint you? Oh no. It's because you need Eddie to come back and unlock your restraints, that's why. That's the reason. Sigh. He's really not here, is he? You can only reasonably listen out for the footsteps of someone collecting the mail for a couple of minutes before you give up hope. Eddie? He wouldn't leave you like this. He wouldn't. Eddie's not going to leave me. Eddie love me. Eddie will be back soon. He's just going out to get the milk and cigarettes. Oh wait, he's lactose intolerant. He's going to get the soy milk. You sit up again, slower this time, doing your best not to make the ache in your shoulders any worse. Okay, that's it. You bend back and stretch into a deep yawn, alleviating a little of the soreness. That's better. Okay, let's see. You're able to sit up pretty comfortably, even with the collar on. The chain is short, too short to afford you the room to actually leave the bed, but not so short that you're prevented from sitting upright. Gosh darn it, you never should have picked out this stupid bed frame. You still remember the day you chose it, the reason you picked it out of all the others. Cheeks flushed with heated embarrassment when you took it to the counter to have it rung up. As though the salesman could somehow know that you were already fantasizing about tying a cute guy to the cold metal and hard wood and having your way with him. Thinking of all my fictional husbands. To think that the severe metal and solid oak you chose would end up being your own cage after all. You curse your own pervertedness a little. You really had to bolt it to the wall too, didn't you? Now that you think about it, a bed frame like this is basically an invitation to get yourself chained to it. You're not bringing it when you move, if you get the chance. A doubtful little job, right at the bottom of your mind, exactly where you wanted to ignore. No, you can't afford to panic now. When you move, which you will, all you have to do is play this smart. Eddie will come back, and when he does, you glance around your bedroom, eyes lingering on the violated dresser drawer left yawning open. If only you'd hidden that knife more carefully, you wouldn't even be in this position. There's no point in crying over spilt milk. Is there anything else around here that you could use? You could still reach the dresser if you stretch. Let's take a look inside. Dang it! I don't have quite as many of those objects, but, okay, me? Why do you have personal lubricant extra slimy? There's nothing here that seems like it could help you get free. Not with that attitude. You can't really say you're all that surprised. Eddie is as meticulous as you gave him credit for. Yank. Tugging at the chain of your collar only serves to make it clink annoyingly against the metal bed frame. He's been too careful to give you a chance. You grow tired of the metallic clanking and scraping after a few more minutes of uselessly trying to shake yourself free, slumping back against the pillows. She is purring so loud. Okay. Ma'am. Give it up. This isn't going to happen. God, how could you have been so stupid? You knew that leaving a spare key out in this day and age was practically asking for trouble. This would have never have happened if you just... Who are you kidding? You can't seriously be blaming yourself right now. Seriously? No, it's all his fault. Even if you're the one who left that key out, even if you're... I don't think he would have needed a key if he really wanted to break in. Even if you were the one who left that key out, even if you're the one who somehow didn't even notice yourself being stalked for months on end, even if it's not your fault, is it? It can't be. Can it? Can it? Well, I mean, you could have not led a stranger to your house. It's good to keep your distance with strangers on the bus. You were not practicing good safety etiquette. But, he's crazy. 1,000 thoughts swirl around your mind, guilt and blame entwining themselves amongst the intense fear you're feeling. No, this isn't useful or productive right now. You have to focus on how to get free. Being left alone with your thoughts like this isn't helping. Fluff, think. You think, and think, and think and think and think. There's nothing. Nothing at all. You didn't leave a single thing you could use to get yourself out of here. Nothing sharp to pick the padlock, nothing heavy to defend yourself with, no phone to call for help. You're trapped here, completely defenseless. Wet, hopeless tears begin to swell in your eyes. It's no good. This is it. Completely at his mercy. If and when he ever decides to come back for you. Eddie! You call out one last time. It's a quiet, insincere plea, like your voice knew to give up before your heart did. Where did he go? He wouldn't leave you like this, would he? Even if he did, someone would notice you're gone, right? You're not scheduled for any actually important meetings until Thursday, nearly a week from now. Darn it. Dang it! But surely the neighbors would pay you absolutely no attention no matter what, exactly as you've mutually been doing since the day you moved in here. There has to be someone. There has to be, right? He's the only one. The only one that knows where you are. The only one that's coming to save you. Eddie! Your voice practically drops to a whisper at the moment you resign yourself to your fate. And you break. Eddie! Hot, choking tears begin to stream down your face. Hey, come back, Eddie, please. You plead as loudly as you can manage through the snivels and sobs, voice raspy and raw from crying for what feels like hours by now. Is he ever coming back? Eddie! It's useless. He's gone. He's gone forever. He's never coming back, Eddie. He's gone and he left you all alone. You're not sure how many hours pass when your eyes finally dry up. Your cheeks and nose are red, raw, and burning, when your throat feels like you swallowed a ball of barbed wire. Didn't even leave me. How am I supposed to go to the bathroom, Edward? You don't feel any better than earlier. You've just run out of tears to cry. You've run out of everything. The only thing left to do is lay here and wait. I'm gonna pee on the bed. Wait for your body to give up and die, lying here all alone. Wait for him to come back and use you however he likes. Which one would be worse? You don't want to answer that question. You already know the answer you'd give. Cry? Think about Eddie? Well, let's continue crying. This whole situation is just... flufferdoodles. You slam both fists down hard into the squishy duvet, again and again. Every time they sink comfortably into the soft fabric, it makes you feel sick. Useless. It's all useless. All you have left is to sit here and wait for him. You've never felt so completely powerless before in your whole life. Fluff! God, it's just not fair. Now I'm getting mad. What did I do to deserve this? You grabbed a stranger by his crotch. You, a completely ordinary person. This kind of thing is supposed to happen to movie characters, not real-life human beings. Right? It's not fair. It's like we're in some kind of visual novel or something. It's not right. Not fair. You're more than old enough to have learnt long ago that fairness is rarely a meaningful factor in real life, but even then, of course you're angry. It's only human nature. Angry tears prickle and well up in your eyes, drawn from some apparent hidden reserve that only a situation like this could pull out of you. We need to bring in the reserve tears. It's all so unfair. You did everything like you were supposed to. You didn't go walking alone down dark alleys, didn't grind on an overly persistent guy at the club, didn't go sharing your something logs all over the internet. I actually don't know what that is. Weren't you supposed to be safe here at home? Don't you deserve to be? Of course you do. You still would have. You do. And yet, here we are. Fairness was never going to come into it. At the end of the day, there's just no such thing. Fairness doesn't hold up for 10 seconds against sheer physical power and selfish intention. Yeah, fairness. The Yanderes don't know the meaning of fairness. A guy like that, the moment he decided you were his, you never had a shot in heck. The idea of it makes you sick to your stomach. It's just not fair. Why couldn't you have been born differently? Born as someone who could stand up and protect yourself. Someone big and strong who could hold your own against anybody. Why? Why? It's pointless to ask. There isn't a reason. At the end of the day, it was just sheer bad luck. Some animals are predators, some are born as prey. Underneath it all, civilized society just can't compete with human nature. It's so unfair that it makes you want to scream. Well, go ahead. Cry and scream and accomplish exactly nothing. Just because someone far bigger and stronger decided that this was to be your fate, even if you do survive tonight, you already understand that you're never going to see the world in the same way again. Human beings are just animals, after all. Despite all of our pretense, all of our play pretend at being above the rest of the natural world, we're all just the same as insects crawling in the dirt. Ethics and morals might normally be what separates us from the rest, but what happens when someone decides that there's something that matters to them more than those things? Am I slowly going insane? Surviving, just to live in a world like this. It's not right to think thoughts like this, right? Right? People are still... This whole night kind of feels like watching a movie or something. You're totally powerless, passively observing events as they pan out. Whether you even survive the night is totally up to him. The law can't protect you, any more than the paper it was written on could. Not at the end of the day. Whatever he decides, whatever he chooses for himself, whatever he wants. Sure, he'll go to jail, but what fluffing use is that to you? A prison sentence certainly won't put you back together. You sobbed dryly in the empty room, angrily. The worst part is that everything he said before was totally right. You did like him, trust him, even now somehow. You don't even know what you're feeling anymore. Angry, hopeless, helpless, violated. But somewhere deeper down, he has pretty eyes, doesn't he? He has pretty everything. You frown. It only adds to the injustice of it all. How dare he be so handsome and tall and hot and built? Even now, somehow you don't hate him. Somehow you're as low and human inside as he is. It's just natural, imperfect, human, filthy. It's hot and wrong and sickening right down to the pit of your stomach, but it's there. The way you feel about him isn't just hatred. Even after all this, some fluffed-up horrible part of you can't deny the chemistry between the two of you. Not even just despite his morally abhorrent behavior, but even somehow, some way. Doesn't it feel good to be wanted like this? You've never had somebody feel so strongly about you before. Someone who liked you so much that it drove them to do the complete unthinkable. Someone beautiful and full of affection. You're just describing what it's like to play yandere visual novels. Nothing makes sense anymore. You hate yourself for it, but you can't deny it. The magnetism of that fluffed-up will to power is hard to ignore. You flop backwards onto the pile of pillows on top of your bed. What used to be your bed, anyway? What's the use in any of this? At the end of the day, how you feel about him, even that doesn't even matter. There's nothing in this world you can do. Listen, buddy, how am I supposed to go to the bathroom? You close your eyes, slumping down into the bedding. It doesn't take long for you to tumble back into a blanket of dreamless sleep. You good? Espoir? No, I am not good. Edward? The world that fades into view is, unfortunately, the same strange one you left here. You're equal parts scared and relieved to meet eyes with the now familiar face looming over you. Listen, buddy. I got 10 gallons of pee with your name on it. Don't you look at me cutely. Oh, good. You're up. 5 more minutes? Hey, come on. You groan sleepily, reality starting to set in for real.
I hope you had a happy dream. I didn't dream about anything. Oh, well, that's better than a nightmare, at least.
You kind of woke up into one. What kind of small talk is this? Yeah, I guess so.
So,
What?
sorry, I just... You look so cute and sleepy and soft. I keep forgetting to finish my sentences. I really should have left you to sleep a little longer.
Scary. It would have sounded sweet if you weren't acutely aware of exactly what he was implying. No, you shouldn't have.
Oh, but
Please, don't tell me anymore. Just keep your handsome face shut.
you must have been lonely, huh? I heard you crying. God, it was so hot. You have no idea.
Shut up! You would never dream of admitting it, but he's right. You were. Yeah, I suppose so.
Really? You really missed me?
I'm not sure I'd go that far.
Oh, I knew you wouldn't be mad at me, 'cause you understand me, don't you? You understand why I have to do this.
That's not true.
Come on, you don't have to hold back. It makes me really happy that you're so understanding, because you love me a lot, don't you? You did miss me, right? I saw how happy you were to see me when you woke up.
It's true that you were relieved in a way, but carry me to the bathroom? Immediately! You stop that whimpering, that breathy whimpering right now, and you carry me to the toilet!
I'm glad you missed me, Espoir, 'cause I missed you too.
Where have you been? You're not quite sure about anything right now, but, well, maybe you've really lost it, because he isn't even wrong. Somehow. I appreciate the gesture, but I don't smoke.
Say, you want to smoke?
Thanks, I could do with one. His brand of choice looks to be a little harsher than your usual preference, but right now you're glad for the extra nicotine and the minute act of chivalry. It's probably all I'm gonna get. Your own pack had been left untouched in the nightstand, but you'd been too stressed out to even remember to have one before falling asleep.
You sure you're all right with these? I know that you don't normally smoke reds, but...
Thanks, I'd like to try one. Thank you. This brand reminds me of stealing my uncle's cigs as a kid. I'd always get a coughing fit from how strong they are, but beggars can't be choosers.
Your uncle?
Not the most flattering comparison, perhaps. I meant it in a nostalgic way. I mean, I can start calling you Unc if you want.
Oh, right. 'Cause I'm only just nearly 30, you know.
Oh, you youngin'.
That's barely even 3 decades old. Your uncle is probably at least a bit older than me. Right?
Clearly, he did not take that reference well. Whatever you say, Unc. Yes, idiot. Like twice your age. They're just nostalgic for me is all. You can unclench.
That's good.
How old exactly does he think that you are?
You must be hungry by now, right?
You resist the urge to comment.
It's already getting to be light outside.
I guess so. How long was I asleep exactly, anyway?
Oh, right. I forgot you don't have a clock anymore. I didn't want you getting worried about the time, see?
Can I have it back?
No. But don't worry, you can just ask me.
Why not? Not like it would actually provide much utility in the way of a weapon. I mean, I will bash somebody with a clock.
Don't worry about it, just trust me.
That sounds like the worst possible thing you could do. But you don't really suppose you're going to have a say in the matter.
Oh, don't give me that face. Fine. I guess I can at least tell you that it's already Sunday.
Didn't I have a meeting on Thursday? Huh? Then it's already been a whole day? Is that a good or a bad thing?
Right. Time really flies.
Not what you meant, but...
I'm not much one for cooking, but maybe I can figure out that filter coffee machine of yours at least. Sound good?
It does. That sounds great, actually.
Yeah? Great. Let me go take a look. You can, just wait here, I guess.
I guess so. Yeah. Take me to the toilet!
Although, now that you mention it...
You mentioned it. You mean...
Or whatever. Well, you've been a good girl for me. If you promise you won't try anything funny, I've actually got a proposition for you.
Oh? You have a terrible feeling about this.
Have you ever had a pet, Espoir?
What do you mean by pet? Don't look at that poo. Don't look at me like that, Poogie. He cuts you off before you get the chance to answer.
Actually, I know that you haven't. Sorry, I don't know why I asked.
How? Because he's a creepy, crazy stalker.
Well, anyway, you know about him, right?
I know about pets. Yes.
Good.
Where are you going with this?
Don't rush me. I'm trying to get a worded right. Well...
Just spit it out! Not that you'd ever entertain the idea of saying yes to whatever ridiculous thing he's about to offer you, but you'd rather at least know.
Well, I can't keep you here forever, you know? All tied up like this at home? Not that you don't look really hot like that, but it's not gonna work, you know?
Where's he going with this exactly? Eddie? Just ask me, okay? The worst I can say is no. The worst I can say is I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Well, so I was thinking, you can't stay here forever, you know? But I can't let you run away and get lost either. There's so many dangerous things out there, and you're so small and weak.
Hey, what the heck? I may be 5 foot nothing, but I can be mean. You don't know. You don't even know. You don't know me. Well, I guess you do because you were stalking me. Maybe compared to him, but almost anyone would be.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be a dick about it, but I worry about you, Espoir. What if I lose you?
The bad feeling is only getting worse with every new line of exposition.
I could never let that happen to you. So, what if there could be a way that I could always know where you are? Even if you're outside.
Are you gonna put a chip in me? Are you gonna put some kind of tracking device in me? You want to put a tracker on my phone or something. I mean, that's actually a pretty normal thing to do nowadays, you know. You hardly relish the idea, but it doesn't sound terrible in exchange for your freedom back. I guess you did say you'd buy me a new one, right?
Right. Your phone.
No, you're not.
The thing about phones is that, well, what if it gets lost, damaged, or,
taken by a crazy stalker and crushed?
What if it gets thrown away? How about something a little safer than a phone? You wouldn't mind a Espoir, would you?
You're not serious. Where are you thinking about putting this quote-unquote tracker?
I'm totally serious. You might not believe me because I messed with you earlier, but this is totally real. Inside it, there's a microchip, like the kind people put in their pets. If you let me put one inside you, I won't have to keep you all cooped up in our bedroom forever.
Our bedroom? What? Seriously? So you can track me anywhere I go? No way! That's awful!
It's not dangerous, I promise, but it'll make your life a lot easier if you play nice and cooperate.
You can't be serious. You can't seriously think I would consider this, can you? Oh, he's serious. He's so serious.
Well, it's true that it isn't ideal. In an ideal world, I'd never have to let you out of my sight. Ever. But this is the next best thing. If you'll let me put it in, I'll unchain you right now. And I won't make you wear that thing again. Not unless you want to. All you have to do is say yes. It's not dangerous, I promise.
But you...
I don't mind needles, but that's a creepy needle.
Is this a trick question? He'd really let you go? If he's telling the truth, the stakes aren't small, but frankly, you don't seem like you have any other options to turn to. Not anymore, at least. Could this be... Is it a bargain worth taking? The weight of the heavy collar would be nice to be rid of, not to mention everything else, like, the ability to go to the bathroom. But the idea of intentionally handing over first-class stalking privileges to a guy like this feels like one of the stupidest things you could possibly do. Maybe you could accept it for now, and then get it removed or something?
Oh, before you answer, just know that this one isn't a regular RFID chip. It comes with insurance.
Insurance?
Not that I think you'd ever try anything funny, but, messing with it or trying to take it out will, well, how should I put this? Like, it will literally make your head blow up.
It may as well.
You ever seen Scanners?
I haven't, but I know of it.
What? The fun! Yeah, sorry. We use them sometimes at my night job. It's kind of barbaric, but if it works, it works.
What the heck? Why would you have access to something like that? That kind of thing really exists? Or are you just messing with me again? You're just messing with me.
I know, right? Sounds like some ridiculous contraption made up by a flimsy excuse for an author to fill up an obvious potential plot hole, but it's a real thing. Hey, you better not be adding the developer of this game.
Darn it. Who knew? It really does sound like that. I sure hope I never have the misfortune of reading anything written by such a talentless hack. Hey! Hey!
Yeah, tell me about it. Well, now that we've got that cleared up, what'll it be?
How about now? What you gonna do? Sure, getting untied would be nice, but there's just no way in this world you could ever accept a deal like that, even if he isn't telling the truth about that ridiculous secondary feature. Giving a guy like this front row access to your entire life sounds like the worst thing you could do. Well, he's just gonna know where I am. If it doesn't mean he'll always be able to get to me. Giving a guy like this front row access to your entire life sounds like the worst thing you could do. You'll have to play the long game and find another way to get out. I won't take it.
Seriously? You'd rather lay here chained up to the bed forever than let me put one measly piece of metal in you? Come on, it's totally safe.
If it's gonna blow up, then it's not safe. It doesn't sound the first bit safe.
Oh, I knew I should have mentioned the Scanners crap. Look, I know it sounds gross, but that almost never happens with them. As long as you don't try anything funny, it's gonna be just fine.
Absolutely not. There is no way in heck I'm letting you put that crap in me, not in a billion years, not in a billion bazillion trillion.
You're totally sure? Really sure?
Yes! What the heck is wrong with you? Literally, what kind of person would ever have said yes? I mean, I'm gonna go back and say yes. You think I have a death wish?
Okay. I get it, alright. I'm sorry I asked.
Good. He's just gonna do it anyway, isn't he? It's alright, as long as you understand.
I understand, Espoir. I hoped it wouldn't come to this, but... I mean, it's not like I was ever gonna actually give you a choice, but I'm disappointed. I was hoping you already fell in love with me, you know? But I can see that I'm gonna need to try a little harder first. Don't worry, it's not gonna hurt. You'll thank me for this someday, Espoir. You're gonna be real glad.
I don't want it!
Hold still a sec, will you?
A massive gloved hand slams down on the center of your chest, pinning you like a butterfly. It's no good. The weight of his huge frame doesn't even allow you to dream of putting up a fight.
Alright, here we go. There's my good girl.
Don't want. Do not want.
See? That wasn't so hard. Oh, don't be mad at me. You'll be glad we did this soon, Espoir. Promise.
His smile is wide and warm and sinister, but his dark eyes are eerily empty. Gosh, flippin'. You don't have time to contemplate this any longer. If you don't do something fast, this guy is seriously going to ruin your entire life. Okay, think. It might be too late to avoid the tracker, but you hardly love the idea. But one other way to escape does come to mind. One and only one. The worst situation possible. Eh? Worst, but best too, you suppose, given the situation. You don't have a choice about this, do you? Do I?
Oh, Espoir. Now we can finally be together forever. I'm so happy.
Yeah, me too, you reply tersely, barely willing to even lie about it for the sake of your freedom. He doesn't deserve to hear those words. Not from you. Not now, not ever. But you don't have a choice. You're only going to get one shot at this. He's far too careful to mess up twice, even if he seems to have built a little trust now that you're all nicely tagged for him like a pet animal. It's going to be a long shot, but you have to try. You can't not. Well, you promised, right? You strain to put on the flirtiest voice you can manage, lifting the chain at your collar, hopefully in his direction. He will, won't he? Just like he promised? Of course he will. I don't know.
Right. Well, I guess that's fair. Just don't try anything funny, you promise?
I promise. It'll be funny. For me. You don't even bother crossing your fingers. Feeling the weight of the heavy metal chain lifted from your shoulders soothes you instantly.
Feel good? Sorry about chaining you up before, but now that I know I can keep you safe wherever you go, I don't need to do anything like that.
I'm glad. It feels good. You roll your shoulders comfortably, the much-needed stretch loosening your stiff joints at last.
Good to hear.
His sentence trails off awkwardly, followed up by a sheepish, wavering smile. Somehow, he really does seem to care about you, in his own messed-up kind of way. It's even possible that he really does think that he loves you. He certainly talks like it. It doesn't matter, though. Love or whatever it is, this isn't the kind of love that you could ever want to hold. Well, no use dwelling on it. Whether your plan succeeds or not, you aren't going to have him to worry about anymore. What exactly are we going to do, May? What are you plotting? Whether your plan succeeds or not, you aren't going to have him to worry about anymore. Or potentially anything else. But you'd rather not think too much about that part. Time to give it your best shot. What are we doing? You yawn loudly and fakely, hoping he won't catch on to the act. He yawns back, mouth wide open, gold crown sparkling in the light.
You're sleepy again already? Oh, it's been a long day for you, hasn't it?
His low voice is syrupy with paternalistic love that makes you want to barf.
I guess we could think about turning in,
I'd like that. Some part of you really does like the idea of curling up in his big arms, even after everything. Maybe in another lifetime, in another save file. You have something more important to do right now. Shockingly, it doesn't take much convincing at all to get him laid up in bed with you and ready to curl up to sleep. He did say that you'd have a long day, but come to think of it, he hasn't slept once since the first night he arrived, unless he managed to sneak in a nap while you weren't looking, that is. You glance over at him, noticing for the first time how his handsome face has gradually grown hollowed by pitch-black eyebrows and sunken cheeks. He really must be exhausted. Well, it's a shame I'm going to kill him in his sleep. You're going to sleep forever, Buster. All this time, because of you? For some reason, the sight of his pretty face stretched into that soft, sleepy smile makes your heart swell.
Come here, sweetheart.
He pats the center of his broad chest invitingly. Oh, he really does look warm. Warm and solid and strong and so in love with you that it drove him to actions you can only rightly call pure insanity. You frown. This is no time for pity, or other feelings. You don't need to make this harder for yourself by dwelling on complicated things. He falls asleep in mere minutes, sprawled out and snoring in a way that makes you smile fondly despite yourself. He looks so much softer like this, like a big overexcited puppy who wore himself out by playing too hard. You can't help but give his pretty sleeping smile one last longing glance before you get ready to depart. If you could only be more like this during the day, maybe the two of you could have... Don't get distracted. He's not your boyfriend. He's not even your friend. He's just a stranger. That's all. Just a strange mistake. Oh, I do feel kind of sad. The key to your collar from earlier isn't anywhere to be readily found. Not that you would expect him to make that easy for you. At the very least, you're able to drape the thick chain itself around his neck. It won't hold him for long, but it'll stall him. You could probably rip that thing out of the wall. Hopefully, for a few crucial extra few seconds that you could really use. There's no denying that, in a contest of physical strength, you don't stand a ghost of a chance, but you just can't abide by the idea of not giving escape an honest last try. At the end of it all, isn't it better to jump straight in than be slowly boiled alive? You think that you'd think so, if you were a frog. Well, I mean, I've been in a tub that I slowly warmed up before, so you don't have to be a frog to just sit there. Time to give it your worst. You're surprised again by how easily you managed to slip out of his heavy embrace and down the hallway to the kitchen. He really was that exhausted, huh? Okay, let's see. Thankfully, you found what you're looking for quickly. You probably never thought you'd get the chance to sneak away like this and pilfer anything sharp for yourself. Didn't think you'd get the chance, or trusted that you wouldn't. Believed in you. Even now, he still does. I'm unchanged, and he fell asleep right next to me. A part of you feels bad for planning on betraying him in such a brutal way. Stop. This isn't helping. You're only doing what you have to. He's the one that chose this. When he shot that awful tracker into you, tying you together forever, no matter what. Yeah, he's the one that chose this. He made you do this. He did, didn't he? Didn't he? Yes. It's too late to back out now. Yeah, knife. Why do I have that kind of knife in my drawer? You grab hold of the biggest knife left in the drawer and carefully slide it shut again before tiptoeing back to the bedroom. It's now or never, right? Gosh darn it, you can't do this crap like this sober. Not that alcohol would help with matters. Huh? You should have known it was never going to be this easy. Espoir? What are you doing? What? You don't have time to think about this. Before you lose your nerve. Before you lose your chance. Give me that neck, sir! Splurt! Ugh. The blade pierces his gut with a sick slurping sound. There's more resistance than you expected. Is it always like this? Or is it just him? You don't plan on making a habit of this, but... Espoir! I had no idea. You had no idea that I would try to kill you. You had no idea that I would attempt this. You don't say anything to answer him. You don't say anything to answer him. You can't, not even if you wanted to. Espoir, why? Why do you think? I'm sorry, Eddie. What have you done? It's not too late to call the hospital. It's... Oh, God, I'm sorry, He looks so much smaller all of a sudden, bent double in pain like this. The sight makes your heart ache. What have you done? I stabbed him. He kidnapped me. He broke into my house. I stabbed him. Stand your ground rules. Eddie, give me your phone. I can call the hospital. Espoir, you're really gonna stab me in the gut and then say sorry about it? My woman's a real fluffing idiot, huh? You call me an idiot, I'll let you bleed. Eddie, I'm sorry, Don't even worry about it, sweetheart. Barely even hurts. Trust. Besides... Ooh, that looks like it hurts. I'm the one that's sorry. No, Wait, huh? Really? Why are you saying... 'Cause of this. What? bamboozled. I'm not even that mad. Day, month, year. Whoomst. Phew, finally. Hey, Espoir, I'm so glad you're finally awake. Oh? It's me, Holly, from next door? Oh, of course. Yeah, Holly, yeah, sure, huh? My bad. Still kinda, You gesture feebly to your bandaged abdomen. Yeah, no, of course. Geez, I'm just glad you're okay. Me too. The last thing you can remember is the tear sparkling in Eddie's eye before everything went black. Geez, that must have been so scary. To think that strange man managed to escape, too. He did? He was okay? Yeah. Holly frowned sympathetically. I called the police when I heard the struggle last night, but by the time anyone showed up, it was all they could do to get you here. She gestures vaguely around at the hospital room. But geez, how frightening. Home invasion is so scary, right? Yeah, no kidding. To think that there are some weirdos out there who even fantasize about it, about getting violated by some big, strong, bad man who invades the sanctity of your home, mind, body, and soul. Neighbor Holly, why are you blushing? Being reduced to mere animalistic lust as he roughly takes whatever he wants without any mercy. Kya? Oh, I mean, that sounds terrible. Holly. Yeah, how frightening. Anyway, I'm sure you'll be perfectly safe now. Doc said your wounds were only minor, so you should be able to head home as soon as you're checked out. Isn't that great? Whoever stabbed you must have been pretty practiced to manage to miss every major organ like that, huh? Either that or you just got real lucky. Wow. Yeah. Aw, did he do that on purpose? I sure did. Just as Holly said, you were cleared for release a few hours later. Time to head back home, though calling it that maybe doesn't feel quite right anymore. You arrive home to your flat the same way you left it, but you're not sure this place is going to feel the same anymore. Time to move! Did we get the chip out? It might not feel like it, but it is. Everything's the same as it ever was, except one thing, that is. The huge blood stain on the floor? A neatly folded note sits proudly in the center of your desk, eagerly waiting to be opened. Somehow it seems like it's practically sweating with anticipation. You have a pretty good idea who left a thing like this here. Whatever. At this point, what have you got to lose? It better not say, look behind you. Hey there, cutie pie. Sorry about stabbing you, Lamau. Give me a call when you're not mad at me anymore, yeah? I'll take you on that date you wanted and blank you so nice when we get home that you'll never be mad at me again. Yeah. That last part's a promise, babe. Big dog. Gosh darn it. You roll your eyes, crumpling up the note and tossing it into the wastepaper basket. Somehow the apology was so bad that you'd rather he didn't say anything at all. It was pretty funny, though. Whatever. Somehow, something tells you that you haven't seen the last of that idiot. For better or for worse. Hate end. All right. Let's be a little bit more realistic. Maybe not full. I am going to put him in his place. But gosh darn, I can't deny he's pretty cute, I guess. This man willingly rode a bus for 2 extra hours because he didn't want to wake you up. Aw, it's kind of sweet. That's almost as sweet as it is creepy. He was seriously willing to go that far out of his way just so that you'd get better sleep. Man, just think. If only you'd been a rude a-hole and woken me up carelessly, we'd both probably be home by now. Aw, gosh darn, he's like a big, rude, feral puppy. But, I can move, if you want. He trails off, gesturing with his neck in the opposite direction. Nah, you don't gotta move. You're fine here. I'll be nice to him until he starts being crazy. You don't want that. Don't. It feels good. It feels right. He pulls you closer towards him, clumsy, too strong to realize your relative fragility. He's so big and strong, he could snap you like a twig, but he's touching you so softly instead, bearing down on you with that dark, needy stare. He wants you closer. It couldn't be more obvious if he tried. Looking up at him like this, he really is handsome. The dim light bounced against his sharp features, prominent bone structure gleaming under the LEDs. It almost seems too lucky that, of all the guys you'd end up falling asleep on, it would be someone this cute. It's gotta be a sign, when you think about it. This is the universe rewarding you for doing your best at work lately. Right? In that case, it would be a waste to not treat yourself. That hungry glint in those dark, pretty eyes is just impossible to resist. He blinks down at you like he's waiting for your permission. Oh, I wish you'd do that later on. It's really cute, in a naive sort of way. Everything feels like it's moving incredibly slowly as you wrap your arms around his neck and draw your faces close together, your open mouth pressing a soft kiss against his own. We smooched. You've never kissed a stranger before. Don't make that a habit, May. Something about the situation is so thrilling, wrong in a way that feels incredibly right. His lips are warm and rough, the soft wetness of his tongue tracing the fullness of your lower lip as he drives the kiss deeper. We're doing exactly what the bus driver didn't want us to do. You feel him smile against you, and you can't help but smile back. His mouth is soft and wet and warm, so different to the nascent 5 o'clock the nascent 5 o'clock shadow dusting his jaw that's so harsh and scratchy against your cheek. Nascent? The contrast drives you insane. You slip your tongue between the rough softness of his lips, warm and wanting more. He feels soft and hot inside. He tastes bitter and sweet, the distinct flavors of tobacco and energy drinks blooming in your mouth at once. I bet he must really take good care of his teeth. There's something else there too, though. Something that's only his, that sends those first little sparks of longing straight to your core. He notices right away. God. He groans, low and sweet on your tongue. Hee, making out with a hot stranger with fangs.
Man, Espoir. I can't believe it. You're too fluff and much, you know that?
You smile up at him, smug and wide. Too much for you? Maybe I just want to repay my savior for keeping me company so nice. Maybe I just want to repay my savior for keeping me company so nicely. You're in full-on flirting mode now, all of the fatigue of the week having been washed clean away by your new companion.
It's not.
Really? Oh, you're sure?
Not enough.
His lips part against yours, dark and deep and hungry, hot, searching tongue slipping between them to caress your own. One huge hand wraps itself around and curls up to stroke your hair, at the same time pulling you impossibly close. We just met this dude. We've barely spent a day together. We're already suckling face. It's hard and intense, just the right side of a chokehold, feeling the muscles of his arm flex to draw you in. It's intoxicating. He's intoxicating. If the driver notices the two of you proceeding to do the exact thing he did not ask for, he doesn't make it known.
But if it's too much for you...
No. The kiss Eddie pulls you into is dark and ravenous, his lips drawing hard into yours again and again, hungry and wanting, like he's trying to drink you in. He shudders with pleasure every time you run your tongue over his chapped lower lip, soft, almost whimpers low and sweet from his lips. He's warm and solid against you, and he feels incredible. Kiss him hard. On the bus? On the bus? We'll save that for later. Kiss him softly. His lips press against your own, again and again. He's softer than he seems. His lips part yours again, dark and deep and hungry, hot searching tongue slipping between them to caress your own. His body feels impossibly close, pressed up flush against your every surface. He's so solid and strong, So big and strong, but needy and weak for you all the same. It's almost too good. Heat flutters in the pit of your stomach, a direct response to the stimulation of his needy kisses. How long has it been since you kissed somebody? Warm, wet kisses send sparks running through your whole body. It feels incredible. Judging by the way Eddie's panting into your mouth, you aren't the only one feeling like this.
We should stop.
I don't know about that. I mean, we'll do the not safe for work part later.
No, I mean,
His face is lit up with a nervous flush.
I really think that we should.
He glances sheepishly at the floor.
This isn't not a good place for...
He trails off, obviously not wanting to finish the thought. Oh, right, we're still on the bus, we're still in public. Despite how badly you wish he was wrong, you'll have to admit that he has a point. This isn't the time or place to take things any further than you have already.
God, I really don't want to stop kissing you, Espoir.
It's okay. I understand. He withdraws the arm that had been wrapped around your neck, allowing you to pivot slightly back into your regular sitting position. I didn't want to stop either. The half of his face, not hidden by his jacket, is flushed with a pretty reddish glow. You wish that you could see the look on his face right now. It would probably be a good idea to change the subject. Can I have your phone number?
My number?
Yeah, we just kind of met on the bus. I think we should keep in contact after this.
My number of my phone?
Oh,
Are you serious?
I mean, yeah. Maybe we could hang out properly sometime when you're not working. I might even let you get me drunk.
I'm sorry, Espoir. I wish I could. I only have my work phone on me, though. I don't think that giving that out would be a good idea.
Oh, all right.
But you can give me yours. Please do. Really. I'd love to have it.
He doesn't sound like he's just saying it to be polite. Okay, sure, that works. Maybe he won't be so crazy if I give him what he wants. You better not lose it.
I'd never do that, Espoir.
All right, that's all. Oh, you're surprised to realize how far the two of you have walked when your surroundings finally sink in. Thanks for walking me home. I had fun hanging out with you tonight. Call me, yeah?
I'd like that.
Hey, maybe if we're lucky, fate'll bring us a second date soon.
Second date?
You didn't really mean to make the poor guy short-circuit, but you couldn't help yourself. I hope I don't regret that decision. The rest of the weekend passes in the typical manner, flying by as usual in a blur of beer, pizza, and time-wasting. Eddie doesn't call. You can't claim to be too surprised, not really. He probably has better things to do than calling random girls he meets on the bus, after all. I mean, we had that whole makeout session. By the time work rolls around on Monday, you've all but forgotten about your little adventure. Oh, Eddie! I was just waiting. I was just looking for you, buddy. Okay, now what I wanted to do, I wanted to flirt with him, to be nice to him, all up until he did something crazy. This is pretty crazy. Ah! Alright, so pretty much the same thing happens, and I've just been thoroughly chipped. Chipped like I'm a kitty. This is all wrong. No matter how he tries to sugarcoat it, at the end of the day, isn't this way too messed up? Ugh, I can't believe you just did that to me. Your hand flies up in the direction of his face with a might of its own. Slap.
Hey, darn it, Espoir, that kind of hurt.
Good. You deserve 50 of those. What the heck is what's your game, Eddie? What are you playing at? Why do all this? There's easier ways. Who does this? Puts a chip in somebody they met a week ago.
Espoir, I really thought you'd be cool with it, you know? You kind of seemed like you were, is all.
I was until you started acting crazy.
And
how could I be cool with any of this, Jackapple?
You're hard to understand, Espoir. One minute it seems like you're all interested, and the next sentence you're slapping me upside the head.
You're gonna get 50 slaps upside the head.
What is it that you want? Tell me. I want to give it to you. I really mean it. whatever you need to feel comfortable, Espoir. What do you need from me?
I don't even know what I want anymore. I just want you to not be crazy. Honey? Your shouts gradually die into silence. The tears you'd been expecting don't seem like they're going to come. It's not that you're sad or happy or angry, but you aren't not those things. You don't even know anymore. You don't know anything anymore.
Espoir, I want to help. Tell me what you need, okay? I mean, you understand that I can't,
Of course he can't, obviously. The one thing you could actually ask him for that you want, is it for him to leave me alone? Go figure. But is that actually something you want? To escape from him like you've been hoping to? You're not sure how to make sense of the thoughts swirling around in your head right now. Everything feels overwhelming and loud and disconnected and wrong. I don't know what I want, Eddie.
Oh, sweetheart. Come here. Okay, not right now. Let's see. Well, if you want, you could slap me again.
Gladly. What?
Like, seriously, get the aggression out or something. I don't know. 10 times or 100 times or 1,000 times. It's fine with me. If it's cathartic for you.
Do it. You should totally do it. Somehow. Actually sounds like a good suggestion. Okay. You know what? Fine, I will. 10 or 100 or 1,000 times, right? Fluff it. Why not? What have I got to lose at this point? Might as well give it a shot.
Wait, huh? Really? Well, guess I did offer, even if I was just saying that to be nice.
Yes. If nothing else, you could use a little stress relief. And it did seem to help the first time.
Okay, Espoir. Do whatever you need to feel better, alright? I'm a big guy. I can take it all.
Good. Wiping that smug smile off his obnoxiously pretty face sounds like an appealing start. That was really satisfying. That felt good.
It did?
Yeah, I'm going to do it again, okay?
Yeah, that's okay. Come on, that's the best you got.
His cheery bravado is obviously a ploy to encourage you, but it works. Your open palm connects hard again with the sharp contour of his jawline, the force of the hit heavy enough to make your hand smart. Take that, and one of those, and some of these. And somehow, it actually helps. Wait, he's gonna enjoy this. His eyebrows knit together in obvious confusion and surprise at the raining barrage of slaps. Now pull down your pants, I'm smacking them cheeks. Your palm smacks down again and again, pelting the hard muscle at his jaw again and again. He's obviously more than used to pain on account of his career decisions. The fine web of pale white scars lacing over his knuckles and forearms makes that much obvious. Ooh. But this is different. You can tell. It's different. It's different when it's you. Aw. Oh no, this is gonna awaken something in him. Something about the idea causes your heavy heart to lighten just a little. It's different when it's you. Because it's you.
Feel better now?
Yeah. Actually, a little.
I'm glad. You can keep going, if you want. I meant it, Espoir. Anything you need, get it all out.
Thanks, but I'm good for now. Maybe later? You figure he owes it to you.
I suppose that's only fair. I'm glad that helped a little, love.
It did. Stop. Oh, wait, we can see his face. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, no.
I'm not sure I get it, but...
He trails off into a soft shrug. His voice is small and a little shaky. Oh, you just gotta humble him by slapping him around. Much smaller than you've ever heard him sound until now. You can't help but feel a pang of regret and pity tugging at the corner of your heart. Regret, pity, and, despite everything, genuine affection. Even now. Yeah, He really does care more than he lets on, doesn't he? It's maybe even a little nice in its own messed up way. Well, you can hardly call this a normal situation, but I think it's gonna be okay. He smiles weakly, brows furrowing hopefully in concern. Eddie, His ears practically prick up visibly at the sound of his name on your lips. Look, I don't hate you. I'm sorry about all that. I don't hate you. I promise. I don't know. I just have some big feelings to work through right now. What you did to me is definitely not okay, and, well, I know that I should probably be running for the hills right about now. Trying to, anyway. But I still like you. I mean it. I wasn't lying before when I said that stuff. Even now, I still, at least in some way,
If that's true, it makes me really happy.
Of course it's true, idiot. I mean, it's not like I'm saying that I love you or anything. At least not yet. I just wanted you to know that I don't hate you.
I understand. Don't worry, Espoir. I know that is, this is a lot to deal with. I promise that I'm going to do my best to make it up to you and show you that I really do love you. And, thanks for bearing with me.
You call that bearing with ya? You don't even know what to say anymore. These whole past few days have been far too much to make sense of. Way, way too intense. And tiring, too. Yawn. Oh. Your yawn sets him off in a wide yawn of his own, splaying his mouth open rudely and letting the gold crowns lining that sharp jaw catch in the light. Now that the adrenaline is dissipated completely, it's like all of the built-up tiredness of the last couple of days is suddenly hit at once. Eddie looks just as exhausted as you feel. Come to think of it, you haven't actually seen him sleep since he got here. Has he been up the whole time? A sleepy little groan seems to validate your concerns.
You sound tired, Espoir.
You're one to talk.
Come here. Let's get some shut-eye, yeah?
You couldn't fight tiredness like this, even if you wanted to. Yeah, sure. I'd like that. He drops his half-spent cigarette into the ashtray on the nightstand and pats the soft fabric of his t-shirt, inviting you to curl up in the crook of one of his big arms. You're still far from happy with him, but you can't help that the thick slabs of warm muscle waiting under his clothing for your payload promises an impeccable night's rest. A siren call far too alluring for your sleep-deprived and addled brain to ignore. You snuggle in comfortably, too drained by this point to have the energy left to resist the call of a warm bed, one of his big arms draping protectively around your shoulders as you do. It feels nice. The layers of cotton wrapping his broad chest turn his hard body soft like magic, providing the perfect amount of cushion for curling up on.
Good night, Espoir. I love you. It's okay. You don't have to say it back or anything. I just wanted to.
Good night, Eddie. You cut him off, sparing you both the awkwardness of however he was planning on ending that sentence. You won't be saying it back just yet, but you aren't ruling it out someday. Maybe. Aww.
1 year later?
Okay, so if that's going by day, month, and year... Oh, is this our anniversary? Aww. Aww.
Here we are. Get them while they're hot. And, cold, I guess.
Aw, you made us coffee? Sounds like exactly what I need right now.
Long day at the office?
Tell me about it. Nothing a nice cup of joe and a shot can't fix, though.
That's my girl. Keep up the good fight.
You're still not sure exactly how he does it, but nobody else can make coffee taste quite as good as Eddie. You better not be adding any special ingredients. There are some things in life that are better kept a mystery. You plop down onto the worn set, heart filling with warmth as he drops to his knees and settles himself down comfortably on the floor at your feet. Aww. Missed you. One hand absent-mindedly threads through a handful of his soft hair, petting him like an extra-large house cat as he flicks through the channels to find the two of you something interesting to watch.
Oh, nice. Undiscovered vehicle schematics of the ancient Egyptians just uploaded. Like, right this second.
Oh, Lord. Fine. How long is it?
It's only 8 hours this time. We don't have to watch the whole thing, but could we maybe... Please?
Piece of crap already won the second he played that card, and he knows it. Fine. But we're watching an actual real movie tomorrow, so help me God. I have watched more 5-hour YouTube videos than I could sit down for like one movie.
Sweet.
The two of you settle in as the familiar obnoxious intro of his current favorite show blares in the background. Not exactly what you'd have chosen to watch, but it's nice. You could really get used to this. Love? And? Question mark? Aw, that seems pretty stable, pretty alright. Yeah, I'm alright with that. Alright, hot dude comes in your house. Blush. Eddie? He didn't forget about you. You knew he wouldn't, after you two had such a special first date. Maybe this isn't the time to be thinking about things like that. Gah, you! What the heck? Buddy! What if I think about Edward? He was so crude, but at the same time, there was a delicacy to his actions. The way he touched you, clumsily, but at the same time like he was scared you might break. Handling you the way he'd handle something precious. You think back, trying to recall that night the two of you first met. Really first met. No matter how hard you try, your memories of the party, are way too vague and disjointed to make sense of. You don't remember much about what happened, only that you had woken up the next morning with a killer hangover and an unexplainable self-satisfied grin plastered across your face left over from the night before. You flush with the new embarrassment, recalling the events as Eddie had recounted them. Are you seriously the kind of person who would do stuff like that? No matter how much you might have had to drink, for a start, that sounds like a flat-out dangerous thing to do. Dangerous, you groan. Yeah, real dangerous. Better be careful next time, lest you grope the wrong unsuspecting victim and win yourself a big bad stalker. He really likes you a lot, doesn't he? There's something kind of weirdly sweet about it. You must be really starting to go crazy thinking things like that. You better do something to take your mind off of things fast before you lose it for real. Fantasize or sleep? Well, let me just put that away. Put that in my pocket and go to sleep. You close your eyes, slumping down onto the bedding. It doesn't take long for you to tumble back into a blanket of dreamless sleep. Now I know he's gonna do it anyway, but what if I say sure? Sure, you can put a chip in me, sweetheart. Okay.
Seriously? Oh, Espoir, I knew you'd understand. I'm so relieved.
Don't get the wrong idea. I only said yes so that you'd agree to untie me. So...
Right, sure. 'Cause you're totally not in love with me at all, right?
That's right.
It's still way too early for this to even be Stockholm Syndrome, so you must be really serious. Oh, I'm really happy.
I think you're getting a little carried away.
You be careful with that knee. Oh, no. Oh, no. Man, if I had a nickel for every time a dark hooded figure injected me with something, I'd have 2 nickels.
He's so sugoi desu.
Let's get this over with then.
Okay. What kind of expression is that? Is that it?
Yep, all done. You were so brave for me. Although, I wouldn't have hated it if you cried a little.
Truthfully, it didn't hurt much at all. For something that you're already sure is going to change your life in ways you can't even imagine it didn't hurt at all. Really, the shot that sealed your fate just felt like a flu shot. What a pity that this one doesn't seem like it was another bluff. It didn't hurt, so why do your cheeks feel wet?
Oh, Espoir. Hey, don't cry. I take it back. Jeez. Oh, shh, my poor little Espoir. I really love your crying face. Don't look at me like that. This is gonna make everything so much easier. I promise.
He isn't even trying to hide the he's being real smug about it. If you say so.
Come here, come here. Oh, there. Hey, don't cry. Don't cry. It's gonna be all right, baby.
Don't you baby me, young man. Somehow, you believe it. You couldn't explain it if you tried, but he's right. Despite everything, he's right. It's going to be okay. It's all gonna be okay. It's not gonna be okay, is it? 1 year later. Oh, is this our anniversary again?
Hey, didn't expect you up this time. Didn't wake you coming home, did I?
Nah, couldn't sleep. Good day at work?
Of course. Every day is a good day when I get to come home to my beautiful little wife.
Sounds a little easy to please if you ask me.
Want a cup? It's still real hot.
Sure, thanks.
How was your day, sweetheart?
Oh, nothing crazy. Did some laundry, washed my hair. Oh, and I got a brisket on discount when I was at the supermarket. I was thinking of doing it Julia Child style, with those yellow carrots you like.
Oh, yeah. That's great, love.
You can tell that the uneventful recount went in one ear and out the other, but you don't mind. Your husband works hard for the two of you, so you can't be mad if he's a little out of it after a long night shift. After you took an extended leave of absence to focus on your writing late last year, he's had to provide for the both of you. Luckily, he's a generous guy. Anyone would think that your decades-early retirement was his idea. The lease is in his name now, so he handles most of the financial stuff anyway. Your landlord had actually been thrilled to be approached about the transfer. Who would ever think to question a shotgun marriage when the groom in question is willing and able to pay back all of the arrears apparently accrued by his deadbeat spouse, and then some? Hey, honestly, it seems just what you needed. You're free to use the money in your own shared account too, naturally, providing it's for the good of the household and carefully accounted for. Don't forget to grab the receipt.
You're looking prettier than ever lately, honey. Have you been doing those home workouts again?
Yeah. He's so observant that it still takes you aback sometimes. I mean, he is a stalker.
Good work. I'm proud of you. Think you can beat me in an arm wrestle yet? I'll make it worth your while.
Shut up, you idiot. Don't be stupid.
Oh, I'm deadly serious. Better watch my crap, or else my big strong wife might start showing me who's the real boss around here, Come on, Espoir, don't be a coward.
You roll your eyes. Oh, you challenging me? Are you, challenging me? It's already obvious to both of you that you don't have a shot in heck. But he can be such a little kid sometimes. Fine, 1 round. You absolute abdominal man-child.
Sweet. Get ready to eat crap.
Predictably, his enormous hand slams yours down into the table within 2 seconds flat. Ow! He doesn't release it, though holding your smaller digits down clamped to the table afterwards. You couldn't consider letting me win. Really.
Nah, baby. Gotta worry about my pride. How am I gonna be your man if I can't even beat you in an arm wrestle,
Since when is that a rule?
Since always. Anyway, what's my prize?
Who said anything about a prize?
Oh, I think we had an agreement in place.
First time hearing of it.
Nah, come on. We totally did.
Why don't you refresh me on that? Oh, what did you have in mind? Oh, I'm sure I can think of something.
Well, If you won, I was gonna say that we can watch anything you want in the whole entire world, even if I personally think it's something super boring and lame. So,
Is that so? And that couldn't possibly be a biased prize offering designed to cater to a contestant who categorically only likes to watch incredibly boring and lame stuff? Ha! Not at all. You mean we can't watch the 8-hour documentary about Legacy of Kain or Silent Hill? Why do I feel like this contest was rigged,
beats me.
But, okay, sure. That doesn't sound too terribly unfair.
Alright.
Oh, he's so cute.
Undiscovered Vehicle Schematics of the Ancient Egyptians Iceberg Part 47.5. The surprising secrets of the extremely detailed ancient lost car schematics. Here we come. He's precious. He's adorable. Oh, sweet. And look, now with even more statistics and maps and incomprehensible pictures of mysterious vehicles.
I'm sure it'll be amazingly soporific.
You know it, babe. That's the spirit.
Well, it was sort of a compliment. In the sense that you know you're always in for a good nap, curling up on his chest when he watches these atrocious info dumps.
You spoil me, Espoir.
Well, I'm glad you seem to think so.
I love you so much.
I love you too, idiot. You can say it without forcing me to arm wrestle you first, you know. Oh, that's so sweet. I mean, for starters, you raise your left hand and waggle the modestly adorned ring finger in his dumbstruck face.
Eh?
You really married down in the intelligence department, it seems. It's all right. It's all right, though. He has other talents.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Jeez, you're so kind to me. If you ever divorce me, I'll kill you and then myself right away. I promise.
You need to not say stuff like that out loud.
Sorry, I didn't mean it. I think it does mean it.
I sure hope not.
Aww. First of all, Pookums, you're getting some sleep. Get in the bed right now. Actually, that's probably why he looks so haggard, because he watches 20-hour YouTube videos about stuff. Well, it's okay, because it'll never happen, right?
Of course it won't, idiot. Now get rid of these Japanese spider plants. We don't need those here. Man, it's a good thing you're pretty.
Oh, you really think I'm pretty, Espoir? How did I ever get this lucky?
He might be the weirdest guy you've ever met, but you ask yourself the same question sometimes. Oh. Love end. Ending 1. Aww.
I'll take the third end. I'll take the ending number 3. This one seems a bit creepy.
Well, that was Incursion. I believe this is the full game. It is very meant for adults. Absolutely meant for adults. There's a lot I had to cut out of this video. Well, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot, but this is definitely, absolutely for adults. If you would like to see the parts that I did have to cut out, it is available on my adult Patreon, which, I don't know, the picture of it should be somewhere around here. I like Eddie. Eddie's a little crazy, but he's alright. He's a little goofball. He's a little silly Billy, but he's alright. And hey, if you would like to watch me play more amazing visual novels, feel free to peruse my channel. And don't forget to like, subscribe, or act in any way that is comfortable for you. It really, really helps out my channel, and it brings us closer to 100,000 subscribers. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Take care of yourself, have a great night, and remember, there is always hope.